Fabico is retired at the end of the pit exit, and the safety car has come out. No, it appears to have just been a VSC. I can't really tell because it's not showing up on my HUD for some reason, but it was just a VSC, and now it will be ending, and we are back to racing. Ford currently leading Senna and Neymar, who you see here on the camera. Taylor and Mainfer in a 4th and 5th. Intervals seem to be glitched right now, but as you can see, they're quite closer together than Neymar and Senna, or Senna and Port, certainly. A wiggle off the final corner for Neymar. Things are still treacherous here on a somewhat damp track for the medium tire runners. Very wide there at the exit of La Source. And wide again. Oh, that's going to be a spin, it looks like. Maybe into the wall. No, he just keeps it out. Neymar losing a lot of time there, but at least he will be able to continue his race. That could have ended much more badly. Overtaking spot though. And there you go. Neymar makes a mistake into Stavolo, and that's going to give Hoop the opportunity he needs to get alongside, but he yields again. Walking fastest laps out front, nothing to hold him back in clear air. Taylor beats it though from 3rd. Oh, having another go down the pit straight into turn 1. Try around the outside, not sure that's going to work out. But Neymar appears to be yielding. No, he's not. He's sticking it alongside. And Hoop yields again. He's going to have the advantage for the Camel Straight, though, with the slipstream. Neymar actually goes wide. He's really struggling on those mediums, especially at Radion. And here comes Yeet Doggo now, possibly getting 2 positions in 1 straight. And he does. He is through into 5th place. Loses 2, Hoop holds station. He gets a penalty as well. That's his 3rd penalty of the race. Max Fitz now sets the fastest lap of the race from the back. But he is pretty much a non-factor at this point. He'll likely stay in 9th for the rest of the race unless there's a crash. Sure, there could be a crash with this close 3-way battle. fastest lap. Neymar trying to come back at Hoop into the bus stop, but it's Hoop that's on the offensive against Doggo. And he's going to get it on the outside, it looks like. He is, around the outside. Excellent move. Neymar tries to follow him through. Can't quite make it stick. Doggo comes back into turn 1. Can't make that stick either. Neymar will try again. Kind of straight. He's cleared him. 5th place, the battle rages on. Neymar's trying to get Hoop on the outside. Hoop dives down the inside into Lake Home, and he's going to make it stick, it looks like. Wow. No bravery in the braking zone for Hoop. Staying ahead of both drivers. Doggo a bit squirrely off with Malmedy, and that's going to let Neymar through, actually. The Dam's forcing a mistake from the car in, I suppose, and Jeremy is actually catching up to the back of this battle now from 8th. So we could have a 4-way battle for this position in just a moment's time. With another fastest lap, he's really pushing his advantage now. The gap at around 3 seconds to 7. Down the pit straight, everyone seems a little more spread out than in the last couple of laps, but Neymar's still right on the back of Hoop. We'll try something with BRS on this straight. Cut's ready on this time. I suppose it's better than going out way wide and spinning, but still a suboptimal plan for Neymar in that particular part of the track. He's going to try the move anyway. Blake Calm on the outside. Looks like he'll make it work. No, Hoop's sticking it on the outside. And he keeps the position. Neymar being a little bit too rash here. A little bit of oversteer off of Malmedy. Hoop gets a time penalty though. Neymar forced that. So Hoop and Neymar remain even on penalties, but they both have quite a bit more than either being in front or Doggo behind. So the more they squabble like that and extend the track, the more they'll both be put at a disadvantage compared to Doggo and Jeremy. Taylor's DNF'd. Hold on a minute. Coming up to Stavolo now. We'll see what's happened with him. Doggo now gets a penalty. Looks like he just binned it off of the Fania chicane. Sort of like what Giovinazzi did last year in real life. Jeremy getting another penalty now as well. So things evening out a little bit more for these 4 contenders who are now fighting over 4th place with Taylor's unexpected crash. I will say, I would have thought that crash would bring out a safety car, but it seems that we're going to continue racing for the last couple of laps. Keep in mind we do have a shorter sprint race right after this, so stick around for that. Looking a little lacking in rear grip right now. Oh, and that's another spin. Neymar going around again at the exit of La Sorte. He's the one actually lacking in rear grip, it seems. As Doggo skates on by for 4th, or 5th rather. And Jeremy gets 6th. And I think that's going to be the end of Neymar's bid for 4th position. You know, the Senna can still win the feature race on penalties, similar to how Chandler won the realistic race earlier today on penalties. Same fashion, just sticking within that 3-second range, avoiding penalties yourself, and winning that way. Not on track, but on the timing sheets, which is what counts in the end. Neymar appears to have spun again off Malmedy. And he seems to have suffered wing damage this time, missing his entire left-hand side. Unfortunate stuff for Neymar, as he's now about to be caught by Fitz, actually. So Fitz could be in play after all for something more than a mere 9th place. Or 8th place now, with reverse grid pole, actually. Not too bad of a situation for Fitz, but could certainly be much better. And jumping Neymar would go a long way towards helping that, although Neymar is back up to full speed again. Final lap now for the feature race. Again, we have a sprint race after this, so stay tuned. Shorter length, no pit stops unless there's rain. Neymar spinning again. Really tough ending to this race. He just needs to tough it out for one more lap, and he'll have reverse grid pole, and be able to turn things around somewhat. Outside of Port nearing the finish line now, but he hasn't gotten that 3-second gap to Max Senna, so it looks like he'll be relegated to 2nd place post-finish, barring some kind of miracle at the end here in the bus stop chicane. No, outside of Port will take the win on track, but he'll be knocked down a peg because of Senna's excellent manners in the track limits department. Less than 0.2 of a margin, though. Ainford comes home in a solid 3rd place. Final podium position. He'll start 6th in the sprint. Delicious holds on to 4th. He's just ahead of Doggo as well on penalties. Doggo falling behind a little bit right at the end. And that will cost him a position. He'll start 3rd though in the sprint, so it's not all bad. Jeremy 6th. Solid run from him. Fitz will be next in 7th. Neymar in 8th. Taylor and Fabico will not get points because they DNF'd. Neymar going wide again, clearly hampered by his front wing damage. And that's going to be a spin on the grass. Ooh, that might be terminal damage, and it was. So Neymar won't get points after all, I don't think. And front wing damage can really make things treacherous at this track. Good getting driver today. Can't disagree with that. for podium 3. Senna, Port, and Meanfern. Apologies for the mic static, you can't do much about that. GG as well, Doggo. Not a performance at all. Kept things clean, despite the adverse conditions. And it looks like it started raining again after the race. Now moving on to the sprint, which, if I remember correctly, is either 9 or 10 laps in length. And it looks like it'll be a sunny and dry race this time around. Yes, it'll be 9 laps in length versus the formation lap. I'm going for the medium tire to avoid any sort of pit stop drama. Although they will still be making a trip to the pits if they get any sort of wing damage, as we saw with Neymar last race. Neymar can't avoid trouble this time. Have a good shot at the win. BRL Phantom joining late after some technical troubles earlier on that prevented him from attending, taking up the second UNI Virtuosi slot. Well, that's a spin from Neymar, on the formation lap no less. Unlike in real life, he'll keep his position. And he's going straight to the grid, it looks like. But with very dirty tires, that might hamper his start. Babico appears to have left. So even if his AI manages to finish in the points this race, it will not count. He'll be disqualified because he himself did not actually complete the race distance. Other than that, though, we are ready to go. Grid has formed up. Neymar on pole position. 5 red lights. And we are underway for the second time today in Formula 2. Good start for Jeremy, I will say. Oh, he's already in the lead. Hugely unexpected there. On the outside, Fitz having a strong start as well from second. But Neymar's going to have something to say about that, I think. If he gets pushed wide, and that's going to really hurt his momentum. Eat Doggo up the middle now. Looks like Hoopalicious is taken third, actually. Neymar still harassing Jeremy for first. Jeremy having a lightning start, though. Neymar pulling even on the Camel Straight. Hoopalicious trying to gap the cars behind. Fitz and Meanfern fighting over fourth, with Eat Doggo watching closely behind. Neymar takes the outside, aggressive braking. Will it work out? Looks like it has. Neymar doing well to avoid the pink HWA Race Lab car there, as Hoopalicious is now catching up to both of them. Coming down for a sprint race win here if he has the pace. Sorry about the mic static again. It's fourth, Eat Doggo fifth, followed by Fern, Phantom, and Senna. Keep in mind only the top 8 score points in the race. Winner gets 15 rather than 25. It's just really pushing Jeremy now. Could be up for an overtake as soon as the end of this lap in the bus stop chicane. Well, right now, maybe. Pace difference is staggering, it would seem. He hasn't done it yet. Catching is one thing, overtaking is quite another, as the late Murray Walker said. Jeremy going wide of Blanchimont. Keeps the momentum though. Fitz diving up the inside out of nowhere. That was a ballsy move. That pays off. He stays on the track and gains a lot of ground on Hoop, it seems. Yeah, getting a penalty for track limits. Seems to be struggling for grit. DRS now enabled? No, I believe it's only lap 2, so shouldn't be yet. That would be a glitch on the scoreboard's part. As Neymar is now streaking off into the distance. Jeremy's laps in pace. Going very deep into the corner, though. Off the track, in fact, as he tries to overtake. He'll have to give the position back to Jeremy. And he is doing so into Rivage, it looks like. While Eat Doggo starting to attack Max Fitz. Fitz is continuing to attack Hoop, though. And Meanfern watching intently. As is Max Senna. Having another look outside of No Name. Can't get it done. An overtaking opportunity there. It's still assuming an aggressive stance. Blocks up. Fitz might see that as an opportunity. Not going to happen here, though. Try another dive into the bus stop chicane. He seems very confident on the brakes. Trying Jeremy again. This time he's alongside, inside of Blanchimont. Jeremy might have to back out. Does not, but he still loses speed. Fitz is right on the back of him now, almost making contact. Going to be 3 wide into the bus stop almost. As Fitz gets past Jeremy, Hoop overcooks the chicane. Senna gaining a whole bundle of positions there. Passing Eat Doggo and Fern in an even crazier braking maneuver into the bus stop. coming back and try to retake the final podium position. He'll have to be quite brave about it. Fitz going up the inside of Hoop. Oh, and he spins. Oh, that's Hoop. No, it is the high tech of Fitz. Looks like that hasn't played out very well for him. And Fitz going a bridge too far with his audacious braking maneuvers. He'll fall down to P10 now. And that puts Taylor into the points. 8th place. Fitz will get right to chasing after Phantom. He has a penalty for track limits, as I mentioned earlier. Jeremy getting a penalty now, being passed by his teammate Max Senna. And the pressure continues as he's now under fire from the Doggo. Inside of Port lurking in the background, we know he has pace. Championship leader. Doggo putting the wheel on the grass, that won't be good for his momentum, but he still has more of it than Jeremy would seem. Trying down the outside rather, into the bus stop. Can't quite get it to work. We stayed on the inside though. He keeps committed to it. Can't get it done though. Still can't. It's getting a 5-second penalty now for corner cutting. Not sure what that's all about. But that's going to severely hamper his progress. Meanford seems to have fallen back as well. I wonder if he had a similar spin. Phantom's pitted meanwhile. He must have had front wing damage of some sort. Jeremy now will be under fire again from Doggo with the DRS. And outside of Port is now within range of Doggo. So the battle for 4th continues. So they're trying it on the outside and delay calm. That was never really going to work. Port's going to poke it on the outside now. Malmedy, that won't work either. Now Taylor could get involved in this soon. Getting past Doggo, though, on the exit Rivage. Impressive. Doggo now trying to get past Jeremy for 5th after Taylor's now right there as well. Could knock him all the way down to P7. Not going to happen this time though. Senna setting the fastest lap of the race now. Might be able to catch up to Hoop soon as we get past half distance here in this race. Taylor's going to have the DRS on Doggo. Looks like he'll have the upper hand. But Doggo has the DRS on Jeremy. So it looks like they'll be holding station after all. Taylor having a little bit of a look through Lake Calm. Oh, he actually gets it done. And that's a spin from Hoopalicious. Really late. I'm not entirely sure what's caused that. He wasn't close enough to Neymar to be fighting him. So it must have been an unforced error. That moves everyone up a spot. Mexena up to 2nd, Port up to 3rd, Jeremy 4th, and Taylor 5th. Well, Mex Fitz has actually rejoined this battle after a stint for the back after his spin. Jeremy for 4th this time. Blanchimont, very ballsy. Will it work, though? Neymar gets the fastest lap, answering Senna's call. Fitz overcooks it again into the bus stop. He seems to be developing a habit of doing that. And the front wing end plate has gone flying. Oh, it's Taylor's. He must have made contact with Jeremy into the corner. I didn't quite see it. But indeed, he is missing an end plate on the left-hand side, and that is going to severely hurt his pace. I don't think he'll be able to clear Jeremy now. He may come under fire from Fitz and Meanfern, as he's going to have to lift quite a bit through Eau Rouge. Still keeping it in, though. Actually, he's making a move. Impressive stuff from Taylor, able to keep the car in overtaking form, despite his damage. It was difficult, but he got it done. Locking up big time into Rivage, though. He's really going to struggle in the middle sector. We'll give Jeremy a chance to retaliate. Taylor going a bit wide there at the exit of Stabilo, and that is good for a penalty. But Jeremy and Fitz both already have penalties, so he has nothing to worry about for now. Setting yet out front. Though I don't have the intervals up, it seems to be increasing ever so slightly. Yes, it is. That's confirmed by the scoreboard. Now Fitz gets past Jeremy for 5th. Although Fitz has slightly more penalty time than Jeremy does, so he'll have to grab a 2-second gap if he wants to keep that position that he's gained. Jeremy coming back at Fitz now, it looks like. Yes, he is on the outside. It's staunchly defending, though, and keeping the position. Actually, Senna has closed the gap significantly to Neymar and lead. Oh, Neymar, he crashes, and Neymar's out after leading the race the entire time. Neymar's just crashed it at the exit of Stabilo. He's been pushing too hard to stay out of Senna, and that is it for Neymar. He'll most likely be fuming about that one. Give Senna the lead, Port second, and Taylor up to the podium places. It'll give the final points paying position to Hoopalicious after all that. Starting the penultimate lap of the race now. Senna in the lead. Cooled off somewhat. So we'll go up to pictures of our leader, Senna. I thought we were going to get a very riveting battle for the lead, but instead it seems Neymar has had other plans. So Senna will be in an uncontested lead. Senna approaching the final corners for the second to last time. And it looks like he'll be on for a double win today. Although with Port finishing second in both races, he will be limiting the damage to his championship lead. It is nonetheless a 10-point gain by Senna. Delicious with a penalty now, although it most likely won't matter, as his closest competitor is much farther behind him than any penalties could hope to make up for. It does seem that Meanfern could catch up and jump a couple of these guys ahead of him on penalties. As of right now, he will be leapfrogging Jeremy, and possibly Fitz as well if he can gain a little bit more ground. This is the final lap, so he seems to have run out of time. Senna, fastest lap on the last lap, usurping Neymar. And he will win the sprint race from one side of Port. Taylor getting third, Meanfern right on the back of Jeremy at the end here. Really enough for him to jump Jeremy on penalties, but not enough to get Fitz. Hidalgo takes 7th, and Hublicious will take the final points-paying position. There you have it. The feature and sprint are done. Feature was wet to dry. Senna winning on penalties from Port. And sprint race now done, completely dry. Senna winning thoroughly from Port. So that's a 10-point decrease in the current championship lead of the UNI Virtuoso driver, Port. BRL will be going into its summer break, quote-unquote, this weekend, so we'll have a 1-week break from all racing proceedings, and then come back fresh in 2 weeks for round 12 at Monza. Driver of the day going to Senna. I would completely, wholeheartedly agree with that. Thank you all for joining us. See you again next week. Tune in tomorrow for Tiers 3 and 4. The F1 cars performance as usual. Same track.